fast action, more cash. TVG. Open your wagering account before the Breeders' Cup World Championships and earn a $100 bonus. Sign up now at TVG.com or call 1-888-PLAY-TVG.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mike Schutte, co-founder of Horse Racing Nation and co-author of the 2011 Breeders' Cup Super Screener. It's getting pretty exciting, isn't it? Just 1 week to go. Pre-entries have been released, and we've taken each and every one of those 15 races through the Super Screener criteria, and our early edition is ready for sale. You can find it at www.superscreener.com, and wait until you see the results. Shocking and startling as always, and we're about to reveal to you today 4 horses that are marquee household names, probably the favorites in each of their respective races. But the Super Screener says, don't bet them to win, don't bet them in the exacta, don't even bet them in the trifecta. And I think you'll be very intrigued to find out who these horses are. Now, first let's remind you what the Super Screener is all about. Several months ago, Alex Zito and I embarked on probably the most intensive study ever attempted around trying to unlock the code to each and every one of these races in the Breeders' Cup. And to do that, we examined 40 variables across 1,500 horses that were run in the past 13 editions of the Breeders' Cup. From that, we developed a unique set of Super Screener criteria for each and every one of the 15 races. Why? So that we have the best possible tool to isolate the winners, also shake out those vulnerable favorites that take up a lot of space in your tickets, and then of course, isolate those big-time bombers, so common to the Breeders' Cup races, that key those scores of a lifetime. Now, are you ready for us to unveil what the Super Screener found to be the top 4 horses that most people are going to have on the top of their tickets? But the Super Screener says, don't bet them to win, don't bet them to place, don't bet them even in the show spot. Here we go. Horse number 1 comes out of the sprint. It's last year's winner, Big Drama. Horse has had a lot of problems. He's definitely catching up this year. His last race was way back in early September, and then prior to that hadn't run since the middle of January. That final prep, it was okay, but certainly not coming into this race as he did last year. People are still going to bet him, though, because he was the champ in this race in the prior year. Screener says, don't bet him to win, take a stand against. He's a complete toss, according to the Super Screener. Now, get ready for this next one. I think there'll be a lot of folks disagreeing, but the Super Screener says, wait, don't just hand the filly and mare sprint over to Turbulent Descent. No. Take a look at this particular criteria that is one of the most powerful eliminators, and that is long layoff combined with a lifetime top last out. And you know what? Turbulent Descent clicks on both of those. In addition, horses that come out of New York, they do very well leading up into other Breeders' Cup races, but for whatever reason, not this race. And Turbulent Descent had her last 2 races coming out of New York. So the Super Screener says, take a stand against, and this one could be going off at as little as 7-5 odds. That is going to be the path to some nice exotic payoffs. Now get ready for the third one. Dirt Mile, none other than the Factor, the Bob Baffert chart. Now even Bob Baffert acknowledged, with this horse, there's no rating him. Let him go and let him do his thing. Let him run as far and as fast as he can. That strategy just doesn't work in the Dirt Mile. Going to be a lot of speed in here, and the Factor has not had any races, any prep races at a mile or more, and that's a key factor. A lot of horses turn back to win this race. This horse is now trying to stretch out and win it off the sprints. 3-year-old, doesn't have a lot of foundation. This is not only a pass in the win spot, it's a complete toss off any of your exotic tickets. Finally, we're saving the best for last. The Breeders' Cup Classic, a lot of folks are going to disagree, but the Super Screener is saying, no mo in the big show. That's right. This horse has way too much to overcome. He's another one who's playing catch-up, had some ailments earlier in the year, kept him out of the Derby. Also another horse with a very heavy early energy distribution profile. That just doesn't work when it comes to the Breeders' Cup Classic, especially a horse that doesn't have any races at a 1.25 miles. And in fact, in the final 2 preps, it was a 7-furlong race and then a 1-turn mile race coming out of Belmont on a day when a track was soaking wet and created a super highway for any horse who could get out front. So that prep race needs to be highly discounted no matter what the number was. So there you have it, folks. 4 horses that you can very confidently leave off the win, the 2nd place, and the 3rd place spot of your tickets. Now, we'll be back in our next video. We're going to take a look at the top 5 20-to-plus bombers that have a shot to hit one of the spots in the exacta. That's very exciting. Can't wait to share those with you. In the meantime, order your early edition now. Get started on these races as soon as possible. Get the edge over the rest. You can go to www.superscreener.com, and of course, you'll get the automatic updates as post positions are drawn and we'll be creating final wagering recommendations for you. In addition, we'll have bonus material that will include Super Screener horizontal wager recommendations for those of you who play the Pick 4s, the Pick 5s, and the Pick 6s for both days. So until our next video, I want you to go fast, study hard, and let's win.